Please help me welcome Donnell, Wyche.
I actually decided to change my talk. Its new title is Cities Built for Kids. So here we go. What would it look like for us to build a city where kids could do this on their own at any time that they wanted to? That's the picture that I want you to hold with me as I walk through just 13 slides. We can build for belonging, but exclusion is also built in. It used to be very obvious. We only want white people. This land is only dedicated for white folks. So you knew you shouldn't move there. It was a sign. It was helpful. Then we moved on to maps. Those maps were hidden. No one knew, but you couldn't get in because you couldn't get a mortgage. This is the red line maps of Detroit. Ann Arbor didn't have red line maps. Instead, it had fire insurance maps. And those maps were the ones that excluded black families from owning homes. This map, 36% of the available land in Ann Arbor is dedicated to single-family homes. We built that out to all of the city, which is why we're having a hard time bringing density into the city, because we put up all this low density. And then I discovered we're still doing segregation today. This is from 2020. Apartment dwellers are getting new homes, but the single-family homes that they're going to connect to said, we don't want their traffic in our neighborhood, so put up a gate. And you know what? 20 people got 10 city council members to say, put up a gate. Let's build a city where an 8-year-old could get a popsicle by walking to the store themselves and eat it because they had enough time and peace on the way home. When we think about building cities for kids, think about Halloween. If you know anything about Ann Arbor, the people on Granger hate Halloween, or maybe it's just students. Why? Because they steal their Halloween stuff. Why? Because everyone goes there to trick or treat, because that was designed for the kids. Kids in our community have to do this a lot. Walk alongside of cars. Why? Because in the city of Ann Arbor, we have 144 miles of sidewalk gaps. And our neighbors have decided to say, even though we have a millage to pay for those sidewalk gaps, we're going to politicize it. We should only have sidewalks on one side of the street, not on the other. A neighbor actually said if a sidewalk came into his neighborhood, he was going to cut down all of his trees. It's okay. We have 1.5 million. How do we build a city for kids? We build plazas. We build playgrounds. We build spaces where we can gather together as a community, where kids experience just a lot of agency and freedom. But in order to do that, we have to make space for more families to be here. Duplexes are okay. Triplexes, I guess we're going to say fine for that. But quadplexes, townhouses, courtyards, stack flats, nope. You have to do a site plan review to get those built. This is what we want, right? Gene talked about Jefferson Market. Washtenaw Dairy is another one of those places that if it stops, it goes back because it is non-conforming. But this is what we want. We want our kids to be able to walk to something like this. And I believe it's possible, because if we want belonging, we should build it. I'm done.